Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to the Divine Dojo. My name is Gabriela, and I'm here to do your weekly reading for May 5th through the 11th. So it's a calm, chill week this week, besides the full moon, coming up to that full moon. And then also, I think the full moon is the biggest thing that we have to look forward to in terms of the full moon in Scorpio, in terms of big transits this week. But otherwise, today the moon is in Virgo. We'll be there tomorrow. Then we'll move into Leo towards the middle of the week. Mercury is sextile Jupiter, so a great day for problem solving and expansive conversations with people. Also, on the 10th, we have a very nice energy. Mercury moves into Taurus, which is a very grounded energy, so we can approach conversations in a practical and grounded way, and communicate in that way, and which is also favorable for financial discussions and planning. What else did I want to say? I have my little notes here. Full moon in Scorpio, obviously intensity, transformation, release of deep-seated emotions. It's powerful for letting go of what no longer serves us. So definitely put those onto paper, whatever you're wishing to release, and burn it or seal it or bury it in the ground and let it go. So I'm going to start actually doing a little different this week and start with the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and we'll start to get a message there, and we'll create a story with these cards and as the foundation, and then moving forward. So dear Spirit, I welcome you in. Please let me be a clear channel and help Taurus for this week, whatever message they need to know. Please help me be a clear, thank you, channel and guide. Help me create a story for them to help them for their best and highest good. Thank you, thank you. And happy birthday, whoever is celebrating the last, these did not decided to pop out. I'm going to take that. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating. So we got 13, a fork in the road. So you might be having to make some decisions this week, which is great, because on the 10th, you can definitely start to make some practical decisions and have it be super grounded in whatever decisions you make, and be super grounded in whatever decisions you make. So I like that for you. So there's definitely a choice that needs to be taken, and there are some options, but you need to decide where you want to go. And I love this because this is like the little reindeer, and then there's the owl on the back and the monkey over here. I don't know if you can see it, if it's too far away, but I love it. And it's kind of like a portal, with the arrows pointing different directions. It's time to get moving and start deciding on which road you want to take. So that's nice. And then during all of this, definitely recommend breathing through all of this. With the sun being in Taurus, I think this is a great opportunity to definitely use that energy that's this week. This week is pretty chill. There's, as you can tell, there's not a whole lot of aspects and transits going on besides Mercury moving into Taurus, and then that full moon in Scorpio. So otherwise it's pretty chill. So use this energy, this chill out energy, to breathe, to help you make those decisions in a calm and focus, practical approach, with a calm, focus, and practical approach to them. And then imagine what it is, with that fork in the road. Imagine the new opportunities, the new life that you're wishing to create with this fork on the road, and in which way you want to head, and focus on that instead of like what has been. how we create change is not what, you know, most of us tend to focus on our thoughts tend to go to the negative and focus on the negative, but it's time to focus on the possibilities and start dreaming of that new life that it's looking like you're wanting to take or have, and move towards that in a practical manner, and then also imagining it, you know, because our thoughts, like I said, tend to go to the negative instead of focusing on the future and what can be and the possibilities and the good things that are happening. It's just a psychological thing that humans are programmed, for whatever reason that is to tend to go towards the negative thoughts instead of like the possible thoughts. So it's a matter of rewiring that your mental pattern and, you know, shifting the focus onto what can be instead of, you know, what is it's obviously good to be in the present, but, you know, what has been. Be present and focus on, you know, the future intentions with intent. So I love that. Beautiful message for you guys. I'm going to continue with like a nice opening and see what's going on with the Kim Kranz archetype cards. Too many. Please give me one clear message, Spirit. One clear message. Too many. One clear message. This deck, I swear. Eros. I like that. So that's like the diamond of the self. I love this. If this was in color, this would probably be like a lot of white and blue, the arrows like that you have going on here. So maybe it's something with your throat chakra as well, right? That you need to start speaking, you know, your thoughts and desires into the universe, and breathing and using, you know, your voice to get what it is you want, and, you know, communicate with spirit and let spirit know what it is that you're really wanting for your next chapter. And I love this because it has the diamond in between the lips, and it's beautiful, because we are individual, like we're all one, right? We're all one, whatever you believe, I don't know. This is what I believe. This is from me. This is what I believe. We're all one consciousness. And so, but, you know, how would God experience life if it didn't split itself into 8 billion pieces, which I don't think there's 8 billion of us in this world, on this planet, but whatever. That's my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I believe in a lot of, you know, weird esoteric things, so, you know, that are kind of out of here. But, you know, how would God, spirit, energy, the divine creator experience itself? Well, it experiences itself by having a planet that lives in duality with a bunch of different little diamonds of the self running around and, you know, having and enjoying and living life. So I love that. Anyhow, I love these messages, Taurus. I mean, it's going to be a good week for you guys. So let's start pulling some tarot, and then we'll clarify whatever needs to be clarified. Spirit, angel guides, show us what we need, what Taurus needs to know for the week of May 5th through the 11th. Thank you. A couple more, Spirit. Thank you. So we'll pull those last. So these came up outright. Nice. Nice. Oh, maybe this has to do with love. Well, yeah, it definitely has to do with love. Love is on the brain. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords reversed, the World reversed, the Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups reversed. What's going on here, Taurus? So you definitely have had some disappointment in love, and this is looking like a relationship type of thing right now. So we definitely all have, you know, you have had some disappointments in love, and maybe you feel like or maybe this is, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean if you are not in a relationship or if you're single or what have you, it might mean that, you know, you haven't had a really good relationship with yourself too, or you've been disappointed in yourself in relationships, and you've been negative towards yourself, and have, you know, have had been hurt in the past, as we all have, right? Not to diminish, you know, the pain that you might be going through or that have gone through, because I like that the Three of Swords is reversed, because it means that we're moving on from this energy. And what happens after we're kind of done clearing that energy, we have the World, which means is like ending a chapter. And here you are part of the world, right? Because it's the fixed energies that are dominant. I mean, I don't want to say dominant in the zodiac, but the world is Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio, right? Those are the fixed signs that kind of, I hate to say rule the world. That's not correct, but that are reminiscent or an example of like the world. Because once you get past like the fixed signs, you know, then you go into the mutable signs. And anyhow, you need to follow the hero's journey, basically. So anyhow, the world comes up, but it is reversed. So it's something about, you know, maybe seeking some closure, or seeking closure in a relationship, partnership, or seeking closure for yourself. Sometimes, you know, a lot of times we think to tend that we need that I'm sorry from the other person, if this is related to another person. And a lot of times what I've found is that you don't need the sorry from the other person. You forgive them on your own, you send them love and move on. You know, if it comes about later on that they come around, and which has happened to me so many times, that, you know, let's say like ex-boyfriends or whatever, like I see them later on, 10, 5, a year later, and they're like, I'm so sorry, right? If it comes around, then you accept it. Well, you choose whether or not to accept it or not, you know, or whatever, and move on, right? But we don't need that forgiveness. What we more desperately need to do is forgive ourselves for the bullshit that we decided to put up with, or where we didn't stand up for ourselves, where we didn't set up boundaries, where we gave our power away to the other person, place, or thing, you know, whether it be job, relationship, family, whatever, right? The situation, whatever the situation is, and this is general, so it's gonna be different for everybody, but there definitely seems to be, once we forgive ourselves or the other person, whatever you're in, you know, we do have an opening coming up, because we have the Two of Cups, the Lover's upright, and then the 10 of Cups, but that one's reversed. So we don't have to do anything. You have free will, but, you know, it's up to us to, you know, do we want to go towards this 10 of Cups to change it, to make it to the upright? Because this one, it's like a new love coming in, a partnership, you know, and it can be in business, it could be a relationship, it could be a new connection, a new friendship that comes in, and it, you know, there can be a lot of harmony and happiness with this new partnership, job, career, you know, relationship, whatever, intimacy, friendship. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of same values, there's a lot of alignment, and good love with the two of you together. But you have to let go of, like, you know, this kind of energy in order to, you know, bring this 10 of Cups right side up, right? We tend to hold on to things as human beings, and I mean, it's not a negative thing. It's just, you know, when we get into the negative self-talk, or I could have, should have, would have, you know, stop, realign, and, you know, it is what it is. And what can you do now to make the connections that are coming into your life, you know, positive and healthy, with boundaries, communicating, you know, clearly, and, yeah, communicate. Hey. Sorry, my dogs are here. They're gonna what is this? I mean, it's pretty clear that this is about a relationship, and that can, like I said, it could be in business, it could be a friendship, it can be anything. But you know, we've obviously had some heartbreaks. What is this Three of Swords about? I'm gonna move on to the. What is this Three of Swords about, Spirit? What was this about? Yeah, and you got the World twice, and it was reversed to me, so it came out this way. So it's time to a new chapter. You know, it's time to turn the page and start the new chapter and move on from whatever that, you know, whatever this Three of Hearts Swords was, and start this new chapter, because you have the World again, but it is reversed. So, you know, maybe it is seeking that closure that you might not get, and you might need to accept that and surrender to that and just be like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to work my magic and close it out on my own, cut the cords, do cord cutting, you know, do a prayer on it and do a ritual on it. This Scorpio full moon is the perfect time to do those type of rituals, to cord cut and let go of these deep, you know, hurtful emotions. I'm glad that the Three of Swords is reversed, because that means you are moving on to this new chapter, right? So maybe some clearing and cord cutting and, you know, setting up boundaries for yourself is going to give you this new chapter. I mean, it's happening no matter what, obviously, with the World twice. So beautiful, beautiful. I see you moving on. I see you moving on to new partnerships, new relationships, new things, and the relationships being in harmony with you, and, you know, moving towards happiness, wish fulfillment, you know. But we gotta set it straight. Why is the Ten of Cups reverse? Beautiful cards, though. I mean, I love this. This is going to be a quickie, because I can tell that this is. Why is it? Thank you. Those popped out. I don't know. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, they came out reversed, but I'm just gonna give them to you reverse. But I mean, I'm feeling like there is a major change, because you got the Ace of Pentacles reverse, the Tower, definitely time for transformation and change, and then the Ace of Cups, you know. So then you get the Ace, you know, a new opportunity, a new emotional stability and balance, and then you come up to, you know, then you have the Two of Cups, right? So this is absolutely beautiful. You're going to be fine this week, Taurus. You have beautiful energy coming in. The Tower probably already has happened. So to me, this is just new opportunities, new partnerships. I say go for it. Go for whatever is coming your way, because it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful this week. All right. And use your imagination to imagine the positive things that can happen instead of the negatives. And I'm going to read the Imagine. What's the advice for Taurus for this week? What's the advice? Beautiful. Yeah, the Hierophant Virgo energy. Just, it's your season, right? So take a step-by-step approach to whatever is happening, whatever new, you know, relationships, partnerships are coming into your life. They look absolutely amazing, and just, you know, take it step by step, day by day. Now, I'm going to read the Imagine from the Kim Kranz archetypes, and from Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle, and call it a day for you guys, because this is absolutely gorgeous reading, and I think it's pretty clear. You had two world cards, the Tower, a couple of aces here, you know, the Lovers, a bunch of, you know, what is it? 1, 2, 3 major arcanas, 4 major arcanas here. So definitely time for you. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Sorry guys. Sometimes I get distracted in my head. All right, 20. Imagine. Yeah, and I might read them all because that's going to be the end of your reading. So it says, imagine, essential meanings, turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary feelings, imagery and feelings, creative and illusions, the oracle message. Who do you want to be? Who do you need to be? Oh my God, I am so sorry. What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. That's the key. Then repeat. When you imagine, you become your belief, and soon you will see the things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. I love that. I'm going to read the relationship message because it looks like it's happening. In matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it. Yeah, definitely. Take a step-by-step approach to whatever it is, right? And, maybe that tower is about transforming and taking a risk, pushing you. Maybe you might be pushed, or maybe, you need to push yourself. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond the illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where the imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that the person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. Yeah, I love that. I'm not going to read them all like I said I would, but, because I'm going to still pull, I decided I will still pull an angel number and an oracle message. Let me pull that first. So it looks like you're going to have a great week, Taurus. And happy birthday to those who are celebrating this week. Dear Spirit, give me one clear message for Taurus, and we'll pull an angel number and call it a day. Thank you. Discovery. I got this one flipped too. It says discovery. New ideas. Yeah, 100%. New ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there's still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. Yeah, there's definitely passion here with the aces. You have the two aces and then the lovers there upright. And then you got miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, especially with the world, like chapter is closing and a new beginning is happening, and there's a fork in the road and decisions need to be made this week, Taurus. But it's looking pretty damn good in my opinion. Thank you. All right, 3333. Social skills. It says renewal, positivity, confidence, charisma, growth, influence, inspiration. The challenges you're facing today will eventually fade away. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to stay positive, as your luck may soon take a turn for the better. Now is the time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego take control. Well, Taurus, this is going to be an absolutely great week for you guys. Please let me know what's happening. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you made it this far, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to reading for you guys next week. All right. And I'll be doing the monthly reading at some point. It will come out. I'm just a little behind. There's a lot of catching up from the stagnant ass energy we've had in the past. But all good. We're here, and I love you guys so much. You have a wonderful week.